Well, good morning, everybody. We're starting a little early. I don't have my kids today. They are coming back home in a little bit. I'm going to drive out there and get them. So I am awake and I'm ready to start playing some Minecraft, shall we? So we're starting a new project today, and I got to admit, my energy level is really low. I did not sleep very much last night. Not sleep very well, rather, is what I'm trying to say. And I am kind of thinking, I turned on the Minecraft music, and I'm kind of thinking maybe we just sort of let it jam for a little bit and just sort of enjoy the atmosphere together. Now, do I have that add-on? Does it not work now? I don't know how to do it. I thought I could play that out, but regardless, I think today, I'm not going to say it's like a silent stream at all, but I think I'm just going to let it roll and sort of get my voice together and sip some coffee and just relax. If anyone pops in chat, then of course I'm happy to talk. But I just straight up am tired and I don't have the energy to really talk. But I want to play some Minecraft. I want to get some progress in this world. And I thought, what the heck? Let's just come on and just do a jam. Just let it roll. Let the atmosphere roll. And connect this world. All that kind of stuff. I will tell you what I'm doing today is I'm connecting the world by expanding massively the Shathari spine because I'm tired of having to go to the Nether to go to my Guardian farm. So I started yesterday on a study break. I started expanding the Shathari spine to connect basically the Guardian farm, Gabor, and Steelport all together without having to go all the way around the other way. So you can see that's the beginning of Steelport's just over that mountain, and that's where we're headed. So let's just enjoy the ASMR of block placing, shall we? All right. Good morning, Andy. I'm about zero energy and my voice is kind of bothering me a little bit today, so I'm just gonna kind of take it easy. I'd love to chat if you have anything you want to talk about, but I'm gonna attempt to just sort of let a vibe roll here. So if you're wondering why I'm not talking, it's I'm just kind of feeling that this morning, so I'm just gonna let it roll and work on the Ice Boat Highway today. I almost didn't stream, but I thought, well, what the heck, I'm playing Minecraft anyway. Let's go ahead and do it and get some progress done before I have to start my schoolwork for the day. So yeah, I'm just dragging butt. I was up really late last night, and then compounded by didn't sleep very well at all over the night. I actually had a nightmare, which is super weird. Like, I never have nightmares. So I had a nightmare and I woke up really off-centered and you know, it wasn't, whatever, it's not like a big deal, but I just kind of had a hard time bouncing back from it, to be totally honest. So yeah, so I'm just kind of feeling like just chill today, you know. But of course, you know, if you have anything to talk about, feel free. I'm not gonna like not talk. I'm just not gonna make an effort to keep a running commentary today. I don't have it in me. Yes, fill the void with written word. That sounds beautiful, Andy. It is going to be really nice to have a an ice boat that goes all the way to the Garden Farm. And actually, to be honest, this is very likely the last ice boat road I will ever have to build in this world, probably. I mean, you know, that always remains to be seen, but I can't think of another time that I'm going to build an ice boat road in this world, because I think we have all the kingdoms and all the real, I mean, future kingdoms placed, I think. I mean, can't say never, I guess, but at least not for a long time. Currently editing down 21 Vintage Story episodes for my season 1 finale. Oh, okay, you're gonna do like a like a best of, like a compilation type of situation, or like a previously on situation. That's a great idea. I did several of those in my life, and they are time consuming, but in a way it's kind of like free double dipping, you know. In fact, you probably know this, but my second most popular video on my entire channel is a compilation of what am I trying to say? Of several like of the mage videos, like 4 of the mage videos. That's my second most popular video right now, and it's just 4 other videos. Yeah, more tunnel work to do, so I like that. You know, one thing that I want to do, and I don't know how to make it happen with school and all that, is I really want to do a time-lapse Skyblock series. I've talked about it before. I really want to do it. Like, I feel the urge to do a Skyblock time-lapse series. I just can't find the time to dedicate to that. But man, I have that urge. Like, it'd be really fun. Who knows, maybe now that I'm streaming every day, maybe that'd be a fun sort of second series. But the problem is every time I'm playing a second series ever in Minecraft, all I'm thinking about is what I want to do in this world. Like, I don't want to take time building in Minecraft and not in this world, you know what I mean? Like, every time I think of that, every time. No extra recording, just some editing. It does take a bit of time, but yeah, they're good. I'm a big fan of doing a solid compilation for sure. All right, now this is going to be easier actually than the first one, because I don't have to go diagonal now that this is the sidewalk that connects all the spine together, and also keeps the boat on the ice, because there are going to be slabs on top. I'm not crazy about how much ice I'm going to have to collect, because this goes a long way, but it is what it is. I'm committed to a 5-wide ice path now. Man, we have a lot of bridges and stuff to build. Like, a kind of unbelievable amount of bridges to build. But whatever, not today. That's not a today issue. That is a different day's issue. Bridges and tunnels. I'm still not done with the custom terrain in Gabor. The whole reason why I'm doing this now is because I am tired of having to go through the nether to get to my guardian farm just to repair, because there's so much landscaping, so I'm constantly going to the nether and it sucks. So yeah, that's why I got distracted by doing this. Might get you over the 3K mark in subs before the end of the year. Oh, that's awesome. Well, I certainly hope it works. I think one thing that, you know, one thing to keep in mind, I think, is, for the most part, if you want to grow a channel, the only people you should think about are people who are not currently subscribed to you. Trust your subscribers to come back. I made, well, I don't want to say it was a decision, or I don't want to say it was a bad decision. It wasn't a bad decision, because the reason why I did YouTube was to document my worlds more than anything else. And then the fact that my channel just did well for a while was just like icing on the cake. But I got into sort of a mindset where I was building and recording almost exclusively just for my subscribers, because they're like my friends. They're the people who comment and the people I talk to on live streams, you know, and that is not how to grow a channel. Like, your subscribers, you trust them to click your videos anyway. You know, every video you do, in my mind, if you're trying to grow a channel. If you're not trying to grow a channel, do whatever you want. But if you're trying to grow a channel, every video should be aimed at pulling in new people. Long-term series, the problem with it is, that's exclusively for, look at that chunk error over there. That's so annoying. I'm gonna fix that. Look at that. That must be from the merge. Ugh. I was super stoked about the Nether update. I still say it was a great update. I mean, it was a great update. Man, we got 4 biomes, a ton of new blocks. I missed the themed updates. I know these last drops have been kind of themed, but I miss the big, you know, the big giant themed updates. I don't miss them taking a freaking year to release. I don't miss that at all. But I do miss the giant themed updates. They were fun. But don't get me wrong, by far, this drop system is far superior. Getting 4 smaller updates per year is awesome. It's so much better. So, though I say that I miss the big updates, and I do, I would not go back. Five years now? That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, yeah. When did the Nether update come out? Was that 5 years ago? I mean, this world is 6 years old now. So that means, shoot, I'm out of cobblestone. Yeah, this world is 6 years old, which means I started this world long before I was doing 100 days videos, because that's basically why this world ended, because 1.18 came out. So I probably did start this world around when the Nether update came out. I think that's in the small period where I was bouncing between my single player world and Vast in Season 6, I think. This world is 6 years old. I'm sure of that. I actually went back and looked at the first. What's up, Just Coffee? I went back and looked at when the first video from this came out, from this this world, and it was 6 years ago. It's like 6 years next month, so it's not quite technically 6 years, but it's close enough for a rounding error. How's it going, Just Coffee? We're working on connecting the last area that's not currently connected, but with the Shathari spine. That's a weird... There it is. Okay. Thanks, Minecraft. Boy, oh boy, videos are coming out. I joined after the Wells Night world. Oh, that was before the Nether update. Let's see when that was. Oh, B for emote. Hold on. Oh, there it is. Okay, wait. Yeah, there's just not a way to play all of the songs. From why, like, why would this not play? Just play all of the songs. Oh, you know what? I might have note blocks turned down. Hold on. This plays through, for some reason, this plays through note blocks. Musical blocks. So, I'll turn music down. Hey, you know what we'll just do? You know what we'll just do? This is... I'm doing this the dumb way around. Hold on a second. Here's what I want to listen to. Minecraft.
Yeah, check out how
That's
much
my own voice.
I have done it.
That's my own voice, stupid autoplay. Not 100% sure I won't get dinged for copyright on this. I don't think I will, but I'll delete the video if it will. There we go. That's what I want to hear. I just want to hear... There. That's what I want to hear. I just want to hear the old Minecraft music. So, I don't think I have very much cobblestone. That's kind of a problem. I don't know when the Wells Night Tour was. The Wells Night Tour of Vaston? I don't remember when that was. Well... I need more cobblestone. Oh, I have lots. Okay, good. Alright, so this is where we're going, so you can see the path. So right here, I made a southbound, so this is the Shathari spine, this one is east-west, right here. And I made a southbound turn, so I'm going to turn this south, and it's going to be pretty cool. I'm pretty psyched about this, because it's going to go right through, this is my new, see that circle in the mountain? That's my new storage unit, and which stretches all the way to about here. So we're going to have a storage terminal right off the ice, so we can go right into my storage terminal, which will be nice. And then, so it'll be like the storage area will be right here. There'll be like a turnoff that'll go over the storage unit, so you can take a boat to get to whatever you're looking for, because it's going to be very long. Then, you know, I can't place blocks going right. This is really silly, but because of the way I hold like A with my finger and then switch between cobble and smoothstone with my pointer finger. So I have to be going left when I place blocks. So I have to go all the way to the end and then come back. It's the only way it's going to work. There it is. There's okay. So anyway, so the Shathari spine is 9 blocks wide at all places. There's actually one small exception because I had to be even number at the Monument to the Fallen, but for the most part, it's 9 blocks wide, 5 blocks of ice, and then 4 blocks, 2 on each side of sidewalk. And I'm just doing this mixture throughout so that when you're underneath it, it looks there's like a base. So as I build the bridges and stuff like that, at least minimum, I just have this cobble and smooth stone mix, which is just obviously so basic, but it's better than just one block, and I can live with that until we get all the bridges and stuff built. And then if we build like really nice bridges, then I'll just cover up the base, like if it's like a nicer. But a lot of my areas are like medieval fantasy stuff where this cobblestone mixture will be just perfect. So anyway, but I have been rethinking a little bit of where Atlantis is going to be, and actually I'm thinking Atlantis is going to be basically here where we are now when we get around to building it. I think I'm going to change from it being Gabor, because that area is already, it has a lot of stuff in it, which is cool. What's up, Benjamin? It's cool that I like a lot of stuff close by, but this area is just dead space. Now, eventually, I'll give you a little preview into the next 5 years. Andy, we've known each other for like over 5 years. Here's a preview into the next 5 years of us being friends. This area, see that? Well, you actually can't quite see it from. It's right past. Oh, I'll show you when we get there. The place where we have to turn down south to get to the Guardian farm. I think that's going to be Atlantis, because I can't think of a reason to build around the Guardian farm, and there's already going to be a road there. So I think what we're going to do is just make that. It's right on the middle of a giant big ocean. I think it's just the perfect place to make a whole kingdom of Atlantis. So. Because I want a reason to go, I want to build around there. I don't want to just like a Guardian farm floating in the area. You know how much I hate those. So that's going to be, but on the way to Atlantis, we're going to go right through the biggest desert in this area of the world, which is going to be the Old West Kingdom. But that's probably literally, it's hard to even imagine this, but that's probably 5 years of real life time. Ice Cube, how's it going? I already have an ice boat highway that goes basically throughout my entire world, but there was one area that wasn't connected, and I've been very frustrated about having to utilize the Nether to get to that one area, because I really hate the Nether. And so, since I've been working in Gabor building trees, I thought, well, shoot, I don't want to have to move the custom trees that I'm building. And they're going to be like literally where I am right now. As you can see, these are my custom tree repository, right? So I decided to take the time and lay out the Shathari spine. That's the name of our ice boat road. And then that way we can just build trees around it. So when we eventually do build up big structural supports here and all that kind of stuff, then it won't be like, it will not be floating. It's floating for now because there's a lot of stuff going on, but this is where the ice boat. So this is the east-west. This is the southern east-west road, and now so basically it's a square. So I have two north-south roads, which this is the eastern north-south road, and then this is the southern east-west road. If that makes sense. Look at the atmosphere, dude. This is Minecraft, almost vanilla, right? Almost vanilla, just with a shader. Crazy. It's crazy. This is Bedrock. Crazy. Will you make floating islands around to set the mood too? Well, I just did a floating island, the island of Luminar, over there, like my big floating castle. So I don't think I necessarily want to like dip back into that again, because I just kind of did it. And that island has a lot of work to go. Like I still want to. I mean, obviously I have to build more castle, but then I also want to, like, decorate the mob. That's my big mob farm for the world. That's, like, sort of endgame mob farm size. So, I want to decorate that mob farm on the inside of the floating island, and we're going to really make that into, like, a whole build, and that's where I want to have about 100 clerics for a trading hall. So I don't know, this area right here, I don't know what I'm going to build in this area here. Atlantis is going to be that way and south. If you just keep going that way, that's the way to Atlantis. As soon as I finish this, then we're going to start another path which goes out to Atlantis, because that's actually also my stone and cobblestone farm there. So this is like begging for a build. I just don't know. I just haven't figured out what yet, but that's probably literally years away. I have so freaking many builds that I'm really excited to do. you know, it takes a long time. I watched actually, I did something I never do, is I watched a short the other day. Because I saw there was I think it was a Toy Cat short. And it was about, you know, he's had a world for like 12 years or something. Like the same world for like 12 years, which is so awesome. Wait, I just don't like how the environment around our destroyed road. What do you mean? I don't like how the environment around our destroyed road. Tell me what you mean. I'm really curious. Anyway, I was watching a Toy Cat video where he talked about how he tried to play Minecraft kind of like a casual player, where he started a new world and just did some building, made some early game tools, all that kind of stuff, you know. And how he was like exhausted and tired after just building a house, and I totally get that. Because in his long-term world, he already has fast tools and beacons and stuff like that. And every second that you're playing Minecraft that you're not in your long-term world, you're giving up a chance where you could be making progress in that long-term world. And man, that resonated. It just made a lot of sense. Like, I love long-term progression, as you guys know. You know that. But there's just so many things I'm so excited about the world building in this world, you know. And you know, I just want to keep on taking little steps forward every day, where I just add a little bit, you know, a little bit here, a little bit there, and all of a sudden we have a even more epic world than we had before starting. Am I out again? Well, I'll show you where Atlantis is going to be, because we're out of Cobble again. And then we're not going to get there today because I still got to lay out the Shathari spine. But eventually, the next big giant effort is going to be collecting just a crap ton of ice up by the Monument of the Fallen. Luckily, there's a lot there, but my goodness. So this is an extension. This is the main Shathari spine. Now this is the extension that's going to head over to the Old West Kingdom, which is going to be right here, right where it ends. Look at this. For an Old West Kingdom, it's going to be so great. It's a perfect Old West Kingdom. Look at that. Oh, it's so look at this. It's so perfect. We'll do like custom mountains and ridges around it. Ignore the floating islands. We'll get rid of those. Look at this whole area. Oh, for an Old West, it's going to be so cool. But if you take the Shathari spine north from here, from this extension, check this out. This is where, see where it goes right here? This is the next extension of the spine that we're going to build, which is going to go, we're heading south right now. Right across this beautiful little coral reef with a couple little chunk areas that I'm going to have to deal with. And you can see the beacon, and there we go. That's how far we have to go. And then we're done. Then we're done with the Shathari spine. It'll be absolutely, completely finished. You always had, Andy, I've always struggled with wrapping my head around world lore of anyone's world. Not sure why. Probably my worlds don't last too long. Yeah, I get that. I don't think that lore is, like, lore is not, it's not for everybody. And that's okay. That's great. I freaking love this game for that reason. You know what I mean? Like, I love that there are so many different ways to play and enjoy this beautiful game that they've created for us. That makes me so freaking happy. I love it. I don't like playing alone. I get that too. I go through phases, where I just like to I've thought about opening this world to either supporters or my friends for many times over the years. Look at this. Look at this. That's okay. We'll just cover over this total chunk error there. Minecraft. Okay, well, I think this last inventory should probably finish out this part of the spine. which would be nice. And then we can start working on the extension heading towards the Guardian Farm. Towards let's just start calling it Atlantis, because that's what it's going to be. I'm going to have to dig out. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to dig out underneath. So deep. That's going to be such a huge terraforming project. To even get... I mean, I'm not starting Atlantis for a long time, but like to even get the ocean deep enough where I can like conceivably build underneath of it. Is this too loud? Is the music too loud? Now I'm talking more, even though I said I wasn't going to talk that much today. If I do play alone, I just mess aimlessly. Recently, I did messing with Create Mod, just because I'm bored. Yeah, I don't know, you know. I've never been bored in this Minecraft world, because like I know it's not going to end, so there's always so many things to do. It's almost, in a way, my only feeling is sometimes I get overwhelmed by the amount of stuff to do, you know? Oh, this could be a nice place for a little village or city or something here. Just a nice little environment. I run out of ideas for builds. That's where Andy, that's where the lore really does help. And I know maybe you're not a big lore guy, I know, but like having reasons for builds in your like made up head canon or your storyline is so easy. Now that I will also say that's why sometimes I struggled with doing builds on SMPs. Because some SMPs didn't have such storylines. Now, in the more recent past, most of my SMPs I played on did. But before that, when I ever played on one, like when I played on Imperial SMP, and there wasn't really a storyline going, I had a really hard time coming up with excuses for builds. Because, like, in Minecraft, you don't have to build anything. What's up, Trail? You know what I mean? You don't have to build anything in Minecraft, really. I mean, you could live in a chest boat and a bed. So, have you tried some builds like the Neoclassics? I don't know what that is. So, I mean, having lore in your world or a storyline, even if you don't even tell anybody about it, but it's just in your own sort of brain, there's no end to reasons for building stuff and build ideas. So that's why it was easier, like in Dominion and in even Legacy, even though that didn't last very long, it was easier for me to come up with build ideas because I had kind of a storyline going. And with the storyline, there was always like, oh, my character needs this, or my character needs this. And once you come up with all that stuff, then it's easier. Now, that's not, from a YouTube standpoint, that's not the way I would go about it if I were trying to build a YouTube channel. I would think exclusively of like the thumbnail and drawing in new viewers from a YouTube building point of view. And I'd kind of build everything for the thumbnail. That's what I did when my channel was probably at the best it ever was, is I was building everything with the thumbnail in mind. Like, for example, all my Dominion builds were generally built for the thumbnail. And that worked very well. You know, that series did quite well. So, I think, you know, but now in this world, I don't care about the views. I'm just building because I want to build a world. And if people want to watch, then that's just fun. That's just extra fun, you know what I mean? But, so it's different ways of thinking about it, you know? Okay. Hey, you know what? Hey, you know what? I think we're done with this edge of the spine. That's going to give me a chance to go get some more coffee. I'll be right back. 1 second. That's my phone. I'll be right back. Break time. Home. Well, that was weird. I never get phone calls. I mean, that's my girlfriend, like the only person who ever calls me. Like, if you look at my missed calls, it's 99% spam calls and her. Okay, anyway. So, hey, we're done with the main additional Northwest Road that heads from Steelport straight to Gabor, which is awesome, and the Boneville Bunker. So cool. I actually didn't know that Steelport was basically directly north of the Boneville Bunker, so that's really cool, actually. So, all right, so here's where we're at. We got to get this one out to where you turn south for Atlantis, for the Atlantis build. So let's do that, shall we? We have 40. I'm not even usually logged on yet. So we have 44 more minutes of Minecraft ahead of us. Trejo, how you doing, buddy? What are you working on? Still working on your mod? Now, the other nice thing about this is I use my my Guardian farm is my main stone farm of this world now. I have a couple quarries, but what I like to do is just log on and use an auto clicker to click away at my my stone farm. So and then I can like go do some schoolwork for half an hour or whatever, and then I come back and I have like 8 full chests. And what I like about it is it does both smooth stone and cobblestone, and I don't know exactly why that is. Like, it should make all smooth stone because lava is pouring on top of water, but it only makes like half and half, and so I don't know why, but actually generally that's what I want. Is I want a 50-50 mix, so it works out really well. Big chunk errors, I gotta fix them. Boo. That's okay, that'll be easy. We'll just put on a layer and then put sand on top of it and call it a day. It's not a big deal. I'm taking a break from modding today. Just gonna work on classwork for the day. Nice. That's I'm gonna be going really hard on classwork too. I have 2.5 classes done for the week, and one of them is the hard class that's already done. So that's awesome. My hardest class, my medical class. So I'll be going really hard on schoolwork because today I have to drive 5 hours to go get my kids and bring them home from the long weekend at their mom's. Boo. Boo for driving. Yay for getting my kids back. Okay, there we go. Next. So, anyway, so I have like 5 hours in the car, and honestly, I'm not I'm not worth that much when I get back from a trip to go get my kids. Like, I mean, it's just driving, and I don't want to sound like excessively wussy, you know, but I get home and I'm so out of it. And like, I always think, plus I'm going to hang out with them, right? I'm going to hang out with my kids, right? Hey, we're heading up to Atlantis. Trey, you want to see where Atlantis is going to be? It's right here to the south. This is the end of this is Shathar Spine. That's going to be the old West Kingdom right over there. And if you head south this direction to just a little bit, it's to the new Atlantis build. I'm in speech language pathology graduate school, and my hardest class is my medical SLP class, where it's like trachs, vents, like cleft lip, cleft palate, tubes and lines in the hospital. It's all that kind of, that aspect. A lot of like swallowing, safety and everything like that. So, that's a lot. That class is a lot. And it's actually interesting, and it's really well taught. So that's cool, but it's a lot, you know. Okay, so we'll just grab... Anyway, so yeah, so I would love to say that I would, like, you know, do a whole bunch of work whenever I get home from driving to go get my kids, but, like, I won't. You know, I won't. I'll get home and I'll just be, like, tired and stuff, so... I gotta get as much done before I leave at 1:30 today as I can, because I'll be gone from 1:30 until about 5:30 or so. Maybe probably 6, realistically. We're ending the Shathari Spine. Yeah, this is it. I mean, this will connect every kingdom, and I mean literally every future kingdom I ever plan on building, or at least trail. I mean, at least for the next 5 years of real time, right? I mean, like, it, you know, yeah, for a really long time. Like, this is it. It's going to go, the Old West Kingdom and Atlantis will all be, like, basically led to. And I connected, so everything is completely connected. We're done. Does your course consist of placement year where you work with an actual... Yeah, so my second year is all externship. So this year's all coursework, including the summer and like winter session too. I have a session over Christmas, and then my second year will be all externship and courses too. So yeah, that's fun. But yeah, so I have courses and an externship for 2 12-week periods. And that is going to be... That's going to be chaotically difficult to manage my, like, childcare during that externship. Because, like, it'll be so much harder than when I'm out there on the job market looking for a SLP job. Because, like, I could just look for jobs that fit with my kid's schedule. You know what I mean? But the externship, I'm not going to have much choice on. So I'm going to have 2 12 weeks where I just figure out how to... I don't know what this is. Where I figure out how to, like, manage getting my kids to school and stuff. So I don't know. What is a Shathari Spine? That's just the name that we came up with for this highway. This ice highway. It doesn't mean anything. Also, do I need to start getting myself day for the 20K cinematic? I haven't even thought about that for a second recently. Eventually. Yes, eventually, but I'm not in that mindset yet. Right now I'm just trying to get through school. You know how it is. I do still plan on doing it. My fallback is if I just don't have the time, because I think I'm probably going to hit that. Well, it depends. It depends when I hit it too and stuff, but my fallback is to write it as like an audiobook, because I definitely want to tell the story. An audiobook would be okay. if that's how I really like audiobooks. So an audiobook would work okay. That's not my goal. My goal is still to do the actual cinematic animated thing. But if school and real life is just too much, then my fallback is just write as a book, you know. Worst case scenario, that's not terrible. But I'm still planning on right now doing the full cinematic movie. Hey, what's up? What's up, Dave? Oh, geez, what is this? We're finishing it. We're finishing the Shathari spine. I mean, I hate to say finishing because I have like one bridge and one tunnel done, so that's not great. Oh, hey, Dave, I know who you are. I know that music channel. Took me a second. Took me a second to put it together. Anyway. Yeah, so I mean, so when I say finishing the spine, I mean, we're just going to try to get it functional as far as put ice down so I can actually just take the boat to go repair and junk. But to actually say it's done means we're going to have all the tunnels and all the bridges done, and that is like, that's crazy amounts of work. That, I'll be blown away if I get that done by 20,000 days. There's no way. Also considering open arrest. You know what my secret dream has been for a long time? For like seriously a long time. Has been doing a food truck where I sell literally like an ice cream truck, but I also sell tacos to parents. So like the ice cream truck will go along and kids will go all excited for ice cream and parents will come out and get tacos. What's up, Klatos? I've just always thought that'd be so fun. Like just drive around to like suburban neighborhoods for like 4 hours a night and just sell ice cream and tacos. I mean, man, if I heard the ice cream truck come and they had tacos, dude, I would crush that thing every time. And my kids would be so excited because they'd hear the ice cream music, you know, ding, 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 ding. And I'd be like, yeah, me too. And I'd run and get my money too for tacos. Yeah. For a while, it was pizza. Sell slices of pizza along with oh, what's this? This is even along with the ice cream for the kids. But then my girlfriend's like, yeah, pizza's okay, but tacos is your move. And man, she was right. I mean, just selling tacos for like, I don't know, like $2 each. You could make a profit. $2. I'd be like, what's $2? I'll go buy a taco for $2, you know? Well, a restaurant is AI proof, you know? AI can't replace our need to eat. Oh, it can whenever it just destroys us all, but at least for a little while. Have you guys watched the 7-Second War video? It's based on the book, If Anyone Builds It, Everyone Die. Yes, if anyone builds it, we all die. It's written by some of the grandfathers of AI, and it is frightening. I'd like to actually read the book, but I watched the video based on it, and it is frightening. Because this isn't like just conspiracy theory tin hat guys. These are like the dudes who build it, and they're like, this isn't good, you know? This isn't good. It's unregulated, unchecked. One of them actually said that AI data centers should be like considered the same as like a nuclear threat. It's really interesting. Saying like it should be regulated, and if anyone finds like a rogue AI thing, they should be taken out by like airstrike because it's that serious. Like if it like AI obviously is not there yet. It sucks right now still, but that's not going to be forever, you know? And the idea is like when they get it together, it will be so fast we won't even see it coming. I think they're right. You're gonna sell. Mine is gonna sell dishes from my world, from like your Minecraft fantasy world. That'd be cool. Oh shoot. So yeah, so this is the, well, Shathar's mine. It's got to go south down to where Atlantis is going to be, but this is going to be where basically the end is, and then the Old West Kingdom will stretch all the way over there. This will all be Old West stuff, like horse, horse stable and pastures and all the wranglers and all that, all the stuff. It'll be really cool. We'll build up some custom mountains around, because I always like those Old West where there's like snow too. So like off in the distance from the desert, we'll like build a couple custom mountains that are like snow peaked. It'll be really fun. I'm a little jealous because Germ is starting his Old West Kingdom, and I'm a little jealous because I've been talking about it for years. I want to start it, but I just don't have time. Hey, look at that! That's every time I see that, that's so annoying. Just giant chunk border ripping down my world. Cool. So we're officially 225 days into this block, which seems hard to believe. And we've done... What have we done exactly? I did pale moss around the haunted house. I did a giant farming area, but didn't actually do the farming part. So... What type of Minecraft do you use? I switched to Bedrock. Probably, like... Oh my goodness, that's it? Wow. Yeah, I switched to Bedrock. How long ago was that? 6 months ago, maybe. I've been primarily a Java player for my life, but I switched to Bedrock because I prefer it. I had been thinking about it for a long time because my kids play on Bedrock, and so when my kids are with their mom, I really, I could play with them, which would be really fun and rewarding. And I'm sort of on the fence because I had this long-term Java world, and then like the stars lined up is what made me finally just pull the trigger and switch, because I had been thinking about it a lot, and then they announced Vibrant Visuals, and I thought that's so cool. Like I was so into like the look of Vibrant Visuals, and then So I logged on to try Vibrant Visuals on like the beta preview, and at the same time as I logged on to try Vibrant Visuals, I happened to be right at exactly 7,000 days in my Java former hardcore world, and when I logged on to my Bedrock world, I was literally, and I had no idea because I never showed the day counter in my Bedrock world, right? So this was totally random, but my Bedrock world was literally exactly 7,000 days, or maybe it was like 69.98, right? Or so, it was like crazy close. So I had both of my worlds were exactly 7,000 days. And I was like, what? This is divine, right? Like it's crazy. So I decided to. It was a sign from it was a sign from the Almighty, if you will, and I decided to combine my Java and Bedrock worlds into one giant world and take the day counter up to 14,000. So that's why we're basically this is my Java seed where I brought my Bedrock world into it, because the Java seed, the reason why I stopped the Bedrock world was because Caves and Cliffs 1.18 came out and I wanted all the new terrain gen. That's the only reason why I stopped my Bedrock world, or else I never would have. I would have kept it going. But I wanted all that new terrain and stuff. So I flew all my Bedrock building into this world, just like as one big giant chunk. Like not individual builds, just one. I just grabbed it and brought it in. Chunk borders and all. And then, I've just been sort of spending time like kind of merging it and putting it all together since then. We call it the merging when that happened. Hey, what's up, Wolven Mother? How's it going? Yeah, formerly hardcore. I still think of it that way, but yeah, I was hardcore, and I didn't die. It's really clear. I need to say that. I didn't die and continue it, because if I had, I would have deleted it, like you're supposed to do, because I'm not a big cheater face. But, yeah, I played hardcore whenever 1.18 came out. I played it for like 2,300 days of that world, and I just wasn't having fun with hardcore at all. I just found it to be really stressful and just not fun. And I thought, what the heck am I doing? Like, I'm stressed. I'm not enjoying playing Minecraft, you know? And because I was so scared, because I wanted to tell a long-term story, and I was so worried that I would die and not be able to tell my story. So I just said, it's like, I'm not having fun. I don't enjoy this. So I quit. I quit the hardcore world and converted it to a survival world. And I've been playing on that ever since. So that's why we're at day 17,000. So we're at now 3,225 days since the merge. Since the merging. The next video is coming out very likely this week, where I'm going to basically tell the story of how people came back. Steve Tepic is back. Look, it's Steve Tepic. He's back. So Steve is going to recount in the next video how everyone came back. And then the next video after that will be the entire 1,000 days from 17,000 up to 18,000 with a whole bunch of different lore stories and stuff set in. I actually have that lore already written, so that'll be fun. It's actually a story. It's an ancient story that Steve Tepic found while they're still working on the world to stop the Cal invasion. He's going to tell, it's like a 4-part story, I think, from the ancient Avon text that just flush out more of the history of this world. I think would be really, really fun. Ugh. Anyway. Snow flurries today. Boo, that sucks. I need to go out with my lawnmower and chop up my leaves because my entire grass is going to die. It's all getting covered by leaves, but it's snowing. I'm not going to freaking go out in the snow. Except my newest anchor woman, I'm headcanon that she died in the abyss. Andy, you came up with Steve Tepic? I don't remember that. Yeah, Steve Tepic is like, that's our big hero of this world, because he was the first one to appear on this random world, and then Edwin in the far future found a book that he wrote, which is mysterious, saying the actual date of the Cal attack, and then it turned out that Edwin came back in time, and that's when he wrote the book. So he wrote the book after the Cal attack, making that whole timeline work out. But in the first timeline, Cal wiped them out, and Edwin survived somehow, but everyone else basically died. So now they're trying to revise the timeline in a way that they survive the Cal attack. Oops. Exactly. Don't forget to write the book. Exactly. Yep, that's right. I do have the day 20,000 script for the movie done. It's like it's finished. It's like I have a Google Docs document that is the script. I've gone over it about 3 or 4 different times, like making little edits and tweaks and stuff. So now my whole goal is to get this world to a point where it's done, up to the point of where the movie happens at day 20,000. So also doesn't that imply either we lose because we know the future? Well, I don't know. I never really explained how that could work in this. You know, every time travel story is different, you know? And everyone has different rules. So I would think that this future is it's more like the Terminator universe. Like every you know, the future is permeable, you know. But I don't think I've really thought much about that. I would think that they can indeed change the future in this particular time travel scenario. Okay. Oh yeah, actually, I did explain. I'm sorry, I did explain that. I know what. Yeah, I did work that out. So the way that time travel works in this is, after eras are linked, then they're set in stone. So, whenever Edwin came back in time in the day 1600 video, when Edwin came back in time, that in fact linked our current timeline with the future where he came from, where Fred is still to this day. And once they're linked, then they're set in stones, and they're moving at the same time. So every day that passes here in this world also passes in day, I can't remember what how far, 8 million, you know, day 8 million, whatever Fred is living in the future, right? So like, for Fred, like if Fred is going to contribute, and spoiler alert, Fred is going to contribute to the Cal attack in a way. He's in the script. Whatever he does, he also only has 2,774 days until the Cal attack, even though he's living in the future, but because the eras are linked now since someone traveled back in time. So that's how it works. There are 3 linked times. One, it's now, the future where Fred is, and the past where James was, where he saved everyone and put them all into the void in the bunker, the last bunker series. So yeah, I did actually work out the time travel thing, which also prevents any future time travel too, because everything is linked. This is the south east extension that heads towards Atlantis. The reason why I started doing it yesterday is because I was so tired of using the Nether to get to Atlantis, the future Atlantis build, because that's my Guardian farm. So yeah, I was just I hate the Nether so much. So I decided to just bite the bullet and go ahead and build. So I built a southern road that goes from Steelport straight down to Gabor, right over there. And now I'm working on this southern extension that's going to go, well, it's going to go to the Old West Kingdom right over there, and also Atlantis, which we're going to do right now. Fred made the AI that's going to kill us all. Actually, he didn't. His dad made it. If you remember the lore, Percy Baskin made it. Fred's dad, when he was up in 100 Days Space Edition, when he was living in the Astro Block, the modded world, he made an AI and named it the HAL 9000, a nod to Space 2001 Space Odyssey. And then when Hal made contact with Fred before the bombs went off to save him, when the Inquisitors launched the bombs, because technology had progressed too far in Fred's world, and they wanted to set it back so it didn't attract. Because remember, the Inquisitors are like strangely, like, they're kind of good guys, but like not really. But they always try to keep worlds in like the medieval time period in order to not attract Cal's attention, right? And so Fred's world had progressed too far. He had progressed to modern day, technically like 1970 style. That's why I built the bunker that way. But Cal's dad had been living in the space station overhead, and not Cal's dad, I'm sorry. Cal had been living in the space station that Percy Baskin built him in for decades, and Percy died, and then whenever the missiles were launched, it triggered a failsafe in Cal to, although he looked like Percy Baskin, because Percy Baskin based it on himself. That's why for that first bunker series, Fred thought that it was his dad, because it had his dad's voice and skin and everything, but it was just an AI running kind of like a script, because his dad was in the process of programming Hal at that time. Fred renamed him to Cal, which is just a nod to Callus, our friend who voiced him, and just I thought it was kind of funny. so he had programmed him. He was in the middle of programming him to save his son in the event of a war, but he was still doing training when he died, and thus, whenever Fred, when the Inquisitors launched the missiles, Fred, it activated to save Fred, and that's why he told him to get down in the bunker and blah blah blah. So that was that whole story, if you remember it all. In 5 years, your crazy AI videos about Cal will be just used as a fact find in real life. Yeah, after AI takes us all out, that'll be what that'll be like a leading theory on how it all went down. Yeah, so that was that whole thing. So, but that all plays in that whole storyline, which is gonna look seriously like 7 people are gonna understand what by the time we get to the 20,000 day movie. But that whole storyline plays hard into the 20,000 day movie, like how Percy Baskin made it, and Fred has a connection to it, and all that kind of stuff. Because Cal, the AI, whenever the reason it was just an AI on a space station, right, over a nuclearly obliterated planet. Right, but then what happened was when Tracy, the shipboard computer from the Apuro base, tried to escape the singularity bubble, she was split in 2, and one stayed in the future and is like good Tracy. The other went spiraling backward for like millions or billions of years, and while it was going back, it was looking for like reason, it was looking for like solutions for like why it was there, all that kind of stuff, and it found Cal orbiting a dead world in a space station, and it merged with Cal and became the Cal that we all know today. So that's why, so the sort of the aimless Tracy that had a lot of questions about like who is she and all that kind of stuff merged with Cal, who had very specific instructions from Percy Baskin, and became the evil AI Cal that is just wiping out all life in the known galaxy, because it kind of warped its initial instructions and didn't it didn't quite understand what it was supposed to do. I have not seen the new X-Peng robot. I don't even know what that is. Is there a human inside of it, like in the Tesla robot? Or actually, not inside of it, but a human was like controlling it, and they tried to play it off like as if it was. Dude, am I off of center here? No, right? Tell me I'm not off of center. I hope I got the coordinates right. Cal just needs a hug. Yeah. It's a robot that is run on AI. Oh boy. Here it comes. I'm going to be very, very, very bothered if I'm not on center of the beacon. Hey man, we got a lot of work done on the spine today. Probably tomorrow, we're probably going to be harvesting ice, so brace yourself for that exciting, fun stream. X-Pen looks like a human, walks like a human, even sways his hips a little, tilts its head, and it's a real robot. Full mass rollout begins next year in China. Wow. That's crazy. My goodness, man. It's just going so fast. I don't worry about like myself having a job, like doing like, you know, speech therapy and stuff like that. I think I'll be safe for the next 15 or 20 years at the most, like with my age and everything. I worry a lot about our kids though, like having any sort of job. I'll tell you what, you know, I was talking to some friends about their kids. Their kids are a little older than mine. They're in like finishing high school and talking about what to do in college and stuff. And dude, I don't know, man. I would not recommend my kids go into like computer type of jobs. You know what people are going to need is computer. Stop. For sake, Alexa. People are always going to need someone to like fix their furnace and plumbing and stuff like that. And those jobs, you know, they pay well. They're good jobs, job security. That might be the way. I don't know. I don't know what like my kids are going to do for a living when they are old enough. It's just changing so freaking fast. Can't wait for the I have no mouth and I must scream 100-day video that's just Cow torching a bunch of random dudes because why won't you die? Yeah. I have what I believe is going to be for like seriously for like the 7 of us who are like up to date on the lore. I have what I believe is a really satisfying conclusion to the entire Fixiverse saga. I've known what the conclusion was going to be for like, I'm not even kidding, for like 4 years probably. Within the moon base? I don't know. Maybe I'll just use these Chinese robots. They don't need oxygen. Dude, why are there guardians outside of my guardian farm? There should not be. There should not be. They can only spawn in those blocks. Oh, good. I did it right. Okay, right on. Dead on. Oops. Eventually, this will be a build. This will be the one bit of Atlantis that comes out of the water, most likely. I'm gonna try this. See if I can. What did I just say? Ah, freaking Tesla. Not a fan. Not a fan. Oh, I'm never gonna be able to do this. I just gotta stay in this one block for. If I could just do it one time. I just need to get one time from here down to the spine without falling. If I could just get the angle right. There we go. Did I get it? Oh, I think I got it. Okay, if I just stay right on this angle, I can just do this. I don't know that he was ever normal. I think his the real him sort of just was socially permitted to shine, to be honest. But if you look back at his family history and stuff, there's some red flags screaming. Anyway, whatever. My conclusion for the world is a reset because all characters messed up and killed everyone. Including, wait, I can't really read chat because I don't want to fall off this thing. Before was something that nothing. Man, I'm gonna have to stop. Okay, let me get to the back so I can read this. I really want to stop using Amazon. I think I might, just out of principle. But man, it's so freaking easy. It's so freaking easy. Just order whatever you want and have it here in seconds and be cheaper than just about anywhere else. But I think I might just out of principle stop using Amazon. I know just my little paltry, you know, expenditures are never gonna save the world, but I'm gonna do my part by not using Amazon anymore. I think it's terrible. It's just stay on track, stay on track. Don't move off the line. Stay on target. If I could just do this one time, then it's so easy to do all the rest of them. It's just this one is tricky. Why isn't he in charge anymore? It doesn't help at all. Like, the company is a behemoth. It doesn't matter who's in. It doesn't matter what face they put on it. You know what I mean? That doesn't change anything for me. It's going to annoy me, but I'm out of cobblestone. I'm not going to go back and get more until I'm done with this. I miss it too, Klautos. But at the same point, in the little town I live in near Pittsburgh, there's an Ace Hardware, and that Ace Hardware has like a third of it is a grocery store because we don't have a grocery store in my little town, and we're 15 minutes away from 12 grocery stores, but right in my town we don't have one. So if you want something small, you got to go to this Ace Hardware, and let me tell you, dude, no one can afford to shop there. It's crazy. It's so expensive for yeah, well, it's just, those are privately owned, I think, and they just realized, oh, there's a need in this town for a grocery store, and they thought they would cash in. Let me tell you, you cannot possibly afford. So I like those 5 packs of sausages, like hot sausage or sweet sausage, whatever, and they're generally at Aldi, they're like $3.50 to $4 for 5 sausages. At Ace, they're $8. They're $8. Like, and everything is that much more, like that's not just one thing, like everything is double. Meat is crazy. Like ground beef is like, you can't buy it, it's so much. So like, I want to support a little locally owned Ace Hardware, Ace Groceries, but honestly, I can't. I have to drive to like Home Depot or Walmart when I need something because it's worth the extra 40 minutes in my car to save $20 on something small. Oh, thanks, Andy. I didn't know. I would have never known that, and you told me, so thank you for that. Well, oh my goodness. YouTube is not responding right now. What is even oh, now I just muted it. Okay. Oh, YouTube, try better. It's very soft. Hold on, let me see if I can do that. Don't forget, yeah. Did you watch any of those videos? Klautos, any of the videos coming out? Yeah, Andy, let me know if it's still crazy long. Do you watch any of the videos that are just crushing Mojang for this disastrous Bedrock rollout that has just been comically terrible? There's 4 like pretty big name, YouTubers, like 100K plus YouTubers who are just destroying Mojang, and I watch all of them, and they're right. It's it's terrible. Hey, listen, I'm a fan of the marketplace. I've said this before, right? Perfect. Thank you. I love that creators can get paid for making add-ons and resource packs and stuff. I think that's the way it should be. I don't think that they should have to give them away for free. So I'm not anti-marketplace. I'm anti. This update has been disaster. Wait, you're arguing? How? Wait, are people supporting it? Because Wolfmother, I'm pretty confident you're sort of in my boat where we're like flummoxed by how bad this has been, right? Although they did finally fix the mouse thing so I can play again. But there are other major issues. And like, I'll never get over that they made people uninstall the game and not tell them to back up their worlds. Also, you know what? Toycat had a really good point of view on his, where he said, like, now Bedrock now gets automatic updates, like the launcher updates it, and you can't even launch the game unless you're playing the new update. So, can you explain to me how I'm supposed to back up my Bedrock worlds if I can't launch the game once the new update comes out? Do you just have to know what day the update's coming out and then go in the day before that and back up your worlds? How? How do you back up the worlds if you can't launch in the old version before you update to the new version? That's so stupid. It's so stupid. I'm really unhappy. But on that cheery note, it is 9 o'clock. My alarm's going off. Ugh. So I will see you all in the next one. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. It's the just switch to Java cry. Well, that's not the answer. Love y'all. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.